things that they was working on when they was by themselves. And even all the way up to Isaac Newton and things like that. He had the emerald tablets on his shelf. All of these people were into it, but the information that I believe they got from the Thailand store, come and explore. 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 Come and explore. Thailand store. And I'll start this again. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Hey, welcome to Tai 360. Tai 360, you made it to Tai 360. Thanks for being here. It's a wonderful day. Hopefully you're having a wonderful morning, evening, night, midnight. Y'all get this fuel. Take part of this energy. Join the conversation, guys. Join the Discord so y'all can be part of the live talks when it does work and all them things, just so we can stay in contact. I would love to get more in contact with more people, share ideas, bring the tiredness to a whole new level. Because it's not about what I believe in, it's about what we all doing as a whole. So if y'all want to be part of this, let me know. Or just do it. Just do it and be like, hey, look what I did. But why I really started this, man, guys and gals and aliens and trees and anybody else listening, is because I was asked an awesome question by my boy Booker over on True Life Stories. Check out his channel. He was asking, when did I come across that psychedelics, when we do psychedelics, how does that translate to the Bible or correlate to the Bible? What are the similarities? I'm kind of pause right here because it's a red light. But what are the similarities and all of that stuff? And when did I first come across like this, that, yo, this is like the same thing going on. Same thing, different story. And I was explaining, the answer I got to that, I'm going more in depth right now, is that it started when I was watching Ancient Aliens. I was watching a lot of Ancient Aliens on History Channel and getting into that whole theory. And I was like, yo, it's something to this. It's something more to the Bible than what people are saying. It's not, it shouldn't be just totally like dismissed. Oh, we can make it. Shouldn't totally just be dismissed and things like that, but actually like just seen as a kind of story. Cause that's what I was being told, and like my inner sense, I was like, yo, these are stories that people actually experience. They just got it all conflicted and messed up. You know, the King James Bible, the Council of Nicaea, everybody joining together, say, hey, this is how the Bible gonna be written right now, today. So I was getting into all of that. And then when I ran into alchemy and things like that, they would take things, passages from the Bible, and they would like put it, they were like, say it's a lot of things hermetically sealed. And when I read what they was talking about alongside the little scriptures or something they would mention, I was like, yo, that makes so much more sense than the context that this scripture was given to me before, the earlier in my life. And going in terms of aliens and holy guardian angel, that was my big thing. I wanted to contact my holy guardian angel. That's one of the biggest things in like the Golden Dawn and things like that. And they say when you contact have communion and become one with your holy and guardian angel, that's like your higher self. You have like this communication going on where you always get the answers you want, your will. Oh, some fruits on the tree and some cherries. Oh, cherry season. What are these, pears? But yeah, I was getting into all of that. And about holy guardian angel, I was doing a lot of meditating. Cause I was like, yo, I want to meet this alien thing. I want to meet, I didn't even really see it as my higher self. I was really thinking I was going to be contacting this extraterrestrial being through my mind and in contact with it and stuff like that. So that was my whole stigma. And then when I was learning about entities and things like that, people in their psychedelic journeys, I was like, oh wow, this is like a correlation going on. There's a correlation going on. And then I kept going into it more and more. Well, let me see what kind of fruit this is. I don't got nothing to wash at all. Oh yeah. I don't think it's ripe yet. Not bad. Just no juice in it. There's some cherries. Try a cherry. Softer than a mug. Well, softer than a baby's bottom. I'm gonna have to get a couple of these. Sorry guys, man. I need one more. Last one. We're gonna come back to that tree. Got some good cherries. Good cherry. Alright, back to what I was saying. But I couldn't contact your holy and guardian angel. I was learning. When I actually did have my first acid experience, and after doing all this meditating, fasting, doing all of these exercises, learning about symbols, and all these other like ideas that was not just contradicting my ideas, because I was letting loose of a lot of ideas. I was just like, yo, I'm an open book. What is there to tell me? What is there to tell me? That was how this mode I was in for a couple years. What is there that I can learn that's different than what I've been learning so far, that makes a lot more sense? And it was coming in the form of just getting into eventually psychedelics. And I remember during my alchemy and stuff like that, I mean my meditations and fastings and stuff like that, and I started learning about psychedelics, I really was getting the clue in my head. I said, yo, this is something like the Philosopher's Stone that I was always reading about. The Philosopher's Stone that gives the immortality and allows you to do all these other awesome things, turning base metal into gold. That's what the alchemist talking about, turning base metal and lead into gold, purifying. That's purifying the soul. Mercury, quicksilver, that deals with the soul. Whenever you hear Mercury talked about in those terms, it deals with the soul in alchemy and the gold and everything. They ain't just talking about finding stuff on, even though chemistry was bred from these alchemists, and that's where you get the word chemistry from. Same thing from alchemy. That's where we get chemistry, break down the atoms. All is a science, but the science that they was given to the people, to the church, was not the inner science that they was working on when they was by themselves. And even all the way up to Isaac Newton and things like that. He had the emerald tablets on his shelf. All of these people were into it, but the information that I believe they got from themselves, the higher selves, the holy guardian angel, all of that I've been now and experiencing is just myself. They was just experiencing themselves and bringing it down here, but they just kept it under a lore. They kept it under lore. For some reason, one or another, they didn't want to be killed. They wanted to keep their high position in their job, just like it is today. They didn't want to. Magic Isaac Newton was talking about the wild stuff that we talked about. We never had the laws of physics that we have now that built all these cool machines that we had that work off of Newtonian physics. Soon, we're going to build machines that are built not on Newtonian physics, because we're going to learn some new physics that's in the realities that's all around us based off these psychedelic experiences and other chemical reaction experiments, like when people go under fear or heightened experience, like they paranoid situations, like stuff start waking up in you inherently, like a mom picking up a car or knowing where her lost child or child is or something. Like, no, I know my daughter crying. Like, we're gonna have technology based around that eventually, around those physical laws instead of Newtonian physics. But still, he was part of this reality, and he brought that down to us. To the world, to his world, brought it to his world, so to speak. But now, when I had my first acid experience, I remember running out in the street. It was a late night. I was 2 tabs in. I had another tab because I was like, the first one didn't work. I remember just looking up in the sky and saying, wow, this is what they was writing about. This is all that I was studying. I was like, yo, this is what this actually, I was just like, yo, I'm right. Like, I didn't have no bad thoughts about, yo, man, did I just do something wrong? Did I just take a drug or blah, blah, blah? It's wild that I have those thoughts later down the line. It's wild. And that's how I think the programmer try to get you tracked back into it. Or your own programming, your own thoughts. You let them back overrun you and things like that. That's why I love communicating, keep myself sharp, and as well as not just communicating, but I'm learning nowadays, literally just going back for the experience. Because it's my experience, and it's so personal that if I feel like I want to go back, then I'm going to just go back. Because I'm just going back into myself, man. Here goes some apples, guys. I want to show you the apple trees. They're not done yet. They're not done yet. They're still kind of small. But you can eat all of these. You know, this one look kind of done. They are kind of small apples, man. I need to be washing my fruit. But I'm going to bite this one for y'all. Oh, I got some pollen on there. My bad. I ain't cutting this off. I'm going to keep this in the shade. Try this apple. Juicy. I'm coming back here. We're gonna juice these apples. I'm gonna do it on camera for y'all. But yeah, I'm not gonna make this video too long. But all in all, I was like, yo, I was right. I was on the right path. Everything that I did led up to this moment. Every single thing that I did led up to me taking this acid, experiencing this, and feeling the awesome vibes that I'm feeling. And I felt like I wanted to write. I remember one of the first things I said was, this is how the white people feel. This is why they always so calm and things. And I had particular people in mind. I was thinking about the lady across the street. I was thinking about Aldous Huxley, Terrence McKenna, and just prominent figures that I'd be like seeing people that say, I want to go out in the woods, or I just want to study this all my life. I was like, where did they get that character from? How can you like just be like that when there's so much going around in life? So then when I learned about the mushrooms and the psychedelics and I experienced it, I was like, oh, here it is. Here goes that sense of serene. That void is now filled. I don't have to go out, get it from anybody. I'ma feel like I still do. But I really don't. And then when I was experiencing seeing the colors and seeing things morph into other objects and all these other wild things, the camera's overheating. It's about triple digits out here in Cali. But I want to say that I love y'all guys, and ever since that acid trip, I've been on one. So yeah, guys, that was my experience, and tying everything together with religious experiences, what they saw in the past, and my experiences, because I was reading all about them all my life, studying them, seeing them as the saints and prophets, and then I was like, yo, I see where y'all at. I know where y'all at. I am where y'all are. We are all the same. Everybody just put titles and definitions to whatever story, whatever timeline fitted in for whatever year they was born, country they was born. Somebody could have a trip in India or China, or have a trip in Japan, Europe, somewhere, America, South America, and they could still come back with different stories. But now with the internet, since we shared so many ideas and shared so many similar images, we're coming back and we're like, yo, that remind me of that. And we're like, yo, yeah, dude, yo, what the hell was they talk about all these years? So now we coming back with a new census. And what I mean by we, all of us, with a new census. A census when you take account what other people are talking about. And now what the most people are talking about is that it's this similar, man. It's similar. Just wanted to throw in there to add to the video for those not in the know, that now that we're looking around, even more deeper research. It's not even research at this point. It's just looking. It just involves looking. We're seeing how in all these indigenous cultures that weren't ran over by the Europeans, and even the old Europeans, it's just not talked about in the new civilization paradox we're in right now, or land that we're in right now, but everywhere we see symbols of plants being used to communicate with something other. And we're gonna leave it at that, guys. JustTai. Just think about these things. Alright, guys, I'm gonna leave y'all off with that, guys, man. We all tie. But do we really tie? Sometimes I don't know, dude. Sometimes I really don't know. Till next time, this is Tai saying Tai always. If you want like this video, subscribe. Check out True Life Stories and King Eyes YouTube channels. See y'all on the Tai side. Adios. Tai Nail Store, come and explore. 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 Yeah. Come and explore Tai Store.